Hey guys, this is going to be yet another shop update, so to speak. Did a little bit of work in the shop last night, and I don't know if you can notice, but it's definitely a world of difference to me. I put some new lights up, and pun very much intended, but the difference is night and day. I can see so much better, so much more clearly. Definitely don't have to squint or get really close to my work anymore, so it's definitely a much needed change. That's been a long time coming. I did have to add a new circuit just so I can wire some outlets to the ceiling, and just took the easiest route, ran some conduit. I'm definitely not a professional conduit runner. Have a kind of a hard time with the offsets, but I think it came out pretty good. We're real tight to the walls, somewhat plumb and level, so definitely good enough for who it's for. So went ahead and ran a 20 amp circuit off of my sub panel, which as it was before that, there was only one double pole breaker in there that I'm running my 220 outlet off of for my oven. So definitely had some room. Went ahead and just added an extra breaker, and just ran some conduit over to a switch. I went ahead and put an outlet on there too, since obviously these lights by themselves aren't drawing more than probably an amp altogether, if that. Just real low current draw, so I definitely had some room, and figured I'd just go ahead and make it a 20 amp instead of a 15. So then I could just keep my grinder plugged into that and free up the other outlet that it was plugged into for other things. So pretty happy with how that came out. Definitely happy with the amount of light it has added. As you can see, I just wired 2 duplex outlets onto the ceiling and plugged 2 extra lights into that, as well as the light that I was having to plug into that wall outlet that was already existing. Every time I came out here, I just had to plug that in, unplug it when I go back inside. So that was kind of a pain. I decided to put that on a switched outlet as well. And so now it's just a matter of reaching behind my table here, flipping the switch. So very easy, very functional, and it's just added so much light. So I'm very pleased with that. And originally the motivation behind this was I got a couple free ballasts off of a buddy who was remodeling his basement and didn't need them anymore. There's one of them taken apart. There's another 1 or 2 over there. We thought maybe the bulbs were just bad. Turns out it's the ballasts themselves. So I had them all wired up and plugged in and ready to switch on, and found out a little bit later that they were not working. So I just went to Home Depot and found the same ones. They were only 10 bucks each. So not a huge deal at all. But I am going to make a separate video on what was wrong with the original ballast, as well as just kind of some general information that you guys might find interesting on electrical problems and things of that nature. So we're going to call that good for this update. Nothing too detailed or fancy, just added some lights, and very happy. So it'll be much safer to work here now, much easier to see what I'm doing, and just all around better working environment. As you can see, it's getting a little bit messy again due to the various projects going on, so I will be straightening that up a little bit later. But anyway, that's that. Hope you enjoy these videos, and I'll talk to you guys later.